I know that not all of them had the opportunity to share their story, but we hear from most of them, so now it's your time, and the time is running out, because it's over, I think it's after some 8, so we have just maybe 20-25 minutes to entertain your questions. Does anybody have a question for any of the priests, deacon, or the sisters that shared their story? Okay? Anybody? Come on, don't be afraid. There's a question over here. Very good. Okay. So what is your question? Tell us all up. Oh, that's for Father Steve, and she's asking that after all the tragedies that you and your family went through, your mother is okay. She's worried about your mother.
That's actually very, very, very kind to ask. My mom is doing better. She moved back to Germany because my sister lives in Germany, and she has a grandchild now. So, you know, I get pictures all the time about the grandkid. And I just sent him some toy monster trucks. And I told him all monster trucks come from Utah. So whenever he sees a monster truck, he thinks of his Uncle Steve, right? So, but with all things, it takes time and it takes prayer. And we always have to remember that we never carry our crosses alone, right? Because Jesus even allowed someone to help him and carry his cross. To teach us that when we're hurting like that, it's okay to cry to someone. It's okay to allow them to help you, okay? And my mom did that, and that's how come she is doing much better now. Thank you for asking, that's wonderful.
Very good. Anybody else? Yes, Matthew. What is your question, Matthew?
So what's the best way to help calm yourself?
Okay, what is the best way to tell that you have a calling? Who wants to answer that question?
Well, I think I would say if you enjoy being in church and having relationships with people in religious life or priesthood or deacons, that might be a sign.
Very
and
good.
to establish your prayer life.
Very good. Is that helping you, Matthew?
What do you mean, like if you ever want to be an athlete, or how do you tell
Oh, okay. If you are being called to be an athlete, how do you can tell that you are being called that specific thing in life? I think that she gave you the hints to that. Okay? So if you are good talking to other people, okay? Like if you have a relationship with Jesus praying, okay? God will talk to you through people. We hear from Father Augustine that there were people, when he was baptized at the age of 19, that there were people asking him or telling him, what about priesthood? What about the priesthood? Okay? Okay, we have one question over there. Oh, we have a lot of people now. This is getting exciting now. Yes.
Best way to calm yourself. Calm yourself. You get worried about like something.
Oh, okay. What is the best way to calm yourself? She has spent 19 years calming herself in a cloister.
Honey, the best way to calm yourself is to pray. There's no other way. And I know, but that's the best answer.
Somebody back there. I'll come back to you, okay?
Why is it so important to celebrate Palm Sun?
Oh, why is it so important to celebrate Palm Sunday? The Dominican, Father Augustine.
Palm Sunday is when we walk into Jerusalem with Jesus. And so that's when we begin Holy Week. And the same people who walked in saying, "This is the King of Kings," were the ones at the end of the week, what did they say? Crucify him. So we see this sort of up and down in our life, right? Yay, 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 and boo, 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 right? But God is always the same. He's always for us. And so no matter how much we change and waver, God is always for us. He'll always love us. So that's part of it. But it's really to walk into Jerusalem with Jesus during that Holy Week. It's such an important week for us.
Anybody else? Over here, okay. Adrian. I'll go back, don't worry. I will go over there.
What is it like to be a priest?
What is it like to be a priest?
Sister, would you like to answer? You know, it's pretty awesome, is a word I use, because you find yourself in people's lives in times when God does awesome things. He either heals them in the sacrament of confession, He consoles them in the sacrament of anointing, He unites us together in great joy during marriages, He heals us in our sorrow at funerals, and we get to be a part of that every single time. The priest is a very privileged place. It's a very humbling place too, because you realize it's God that's doing it. It's always God. He always puts the right answer in my mouth, or He just lets me be there and love somebody. And that's why it's awesome. It's awesome to be a priest. You can quote me on that. It's awesome to be a priest.
Somebody over here. Who was it? Oh.
What's it like to be a deacon?
What is it like to be a deacon?
What is it like? Depends on what I'm doing that day. If I'm preaching, it makes me nervous. But I enjoy it. Preach the Word of God to help give insights into the Gospel reading, into the readings. That's one aspect of it. That is, it gives you a chance to organize your thoughts and hopefully proclaim them to people to help give people a better understanding for themselves and how to relate to their own lives.
Very good. Excuse me. There is another one here.
Why is Steve here while his mom and sister are? Why is Steve here and he's not with his mom and sister in Germany?
Oh, why, Father Steve? He's asking why you are being like, wow, lighting very much tonight by the kids. How come your mom and your sister are not here with you?
That's a good question. Because God calls us to do certain things sometimes, right? And sometimes He calls us to be away from our families. You know, I was raised in Utah, but my mom was German. We were an army family, so my dad was stationed in the army and met my mom. So all of her family was over there. But I already made a commitment to the Diocese of Salt Lake City when I started studying. And I wanted to honor that commitment. But this is also my dirt. You know, I lived in Utah since I was 6. And it's my dirt, you know, it's my mountains. You guys talk like me, you guys think like me. And I think there's something about preaching in your own backyard. Because you go where God calls you to go, not necessarily where you want to go. So, but the nice thing is I do get vacation and I do see my mom once a year. So I know that was questions going to come. and I do write, and I talk to her often. So thank you guys for questions about my mom.
Okay, there is one more question back there. What about the other kids? Don't you have questions? Come on, you guys. Are you afraid of what? Who is it? Oh, very good question. Listen to that. Do you ever get lonely? Sisters, I think that you want to answer that question.
Well, yes at times, but most of the time we live in community, so there's always somebody to talk to. There are 4 of us right now in our community in Draper, Utah, and one teaches at St. Anne's. I teach at St. Baptist. Sister Bertha works in 3 different places, and Sister Laura is going to the school at University of Utah. So, and we come home and we share. So we, just like you share at your dinner table, we spend a good amount of time, sometimes an hour and a half, to almost 2 hours sometimes, just talking about what we've been doing during the day and sharing. So then we have quiet time for prayer and doing whatever else we need to do, like I have to correct papers and things like that. But no, sometimes it's nice to have quiet time when the other sisters are gone, and I have some nice quiet time at home. But do I get lonely? No, because I've got family called community. So just like you have family and you get along and do things, I have that family too. But it's a religious family. So do I get lonely? Not much. Not much, because I've got family around me.